And welcome back, everybody. This is Shino's Vintage Story Season 2, our Winter Wonderland, which is not so much winter anymore, but hope you're having a great Sunday. Thank you for joining me, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's see, what did we do last episode? So we went and got the clay. That was this area over here. We went and grabbed clay. We made our first clay molds, and if you remember, we did the long blade, and we did the pick, and we did the hammer. Hammer and pick. That's usually the first two I always do. I think that's a gimme for everybody that plays this game, because you can't start mining till you have a pick, and you can't do anything with what you mine until you have a hammer. So always need to have at least 40 of the nuggets before you can get started on that. And then we put them in the pit kilns, and that was over there, and it looks like they're done, or they got blown out. We'll go check here in just a second. So today we're going to be doing some mine, a little more, and you'll see in my inventory I've got a few more molds that we're going to do. So we're going to fire that back up. First and foremost, grab our already fired stuff out of it so we can start working it. So here is my loot. This is what I've been able to get. Oh, I need to move those. Get them out of there. Let's see. I think I had, yeah. I cannot wait to start organizing this inventory. Okay. So we've got 64 of the copper nuggets. Now that's enough for 3 ingots. So, and we've got 3 items that we can pour, but we're not going to pour all 3 of them just yet. So we're gonna kind of hold on to that, but we are going to do at least 40 of those to make our first 2 pieces of copper tooling. Okay. Between episodes, the only thing else I did is I needed some more grass, so I mowed the roof of our little hut here. What else did I do? Oh, I dug up a little more of the charcoal. I knew I was going to need some of that. Just did some basic running around. It's nice being able to move around this world without being trudging through the snow. And then been watching the bushes to see when they're going to possibly start fruiting, which will be super fantastic. And then I ran up to the top of the hill just to get a look around. It's been a while. I think episode 1 we went up there and kind of started off up there, but I just wanted to see it again. Okay, well, let's take a peek. Oh, we got them. Okay, so let me clear a spot here. I'm going to put you over here. And we're going to get these guys out of here. And we're going to drop these in. So one of the things on these pit kilns is being able to fill the pit up as best you can. And you'll see, that's why I did 4 crucibles. Even though I only need 1, I went ahead and did 4. And that's just to give me, just to make sure I use up all that space. Because regardless of how much you have in that pit, it's still going to take the same amount of straw and sticks and your fuel source. So you might as well fill it up, right? That's kind of my thinking on it. So we're going to get these ready again and get these fired up. And we're getting low on sticks. Seems to be a constant struggle, isn't it? And you'll see that I got the Pro Pick in there. And I definitely want to start, because I need to start digging and looking for some more ores right away. Need to get to 10 as quickly as possible. All right. Oh, I need to fire those. Heh. A little Cam shuffle there. Cam was one of my viewers filled me in on being able to use the X key for moving the offhand item into an empty inventory spot. So I call that the cam shuffle. There you go. So we've got our ingot molds in there, we've got our anvil, and we've got our Pro Pick in there. I love using the Pro Pick, and if you haven't seen it yet, I do have a how-to video. I talked about chisel yesterday. Today we can go and I'll put a link into the Pro Pick one, so you can understand how I use the Pro Pick for looking for additional ores. All right, so we've got put the hammer down. And that one there. We'll put that one there. And then our crucibles. Like I said, not going to need all of them right away, but we do need one. All right, so we need eight. All right, so when you are making a when you're casting, I just want to make sure we touch base on this again. If I hold my mouse key over that icon for the nuggets and I hit H, it will bring up the survival handbook, and it tells you how you get that and what it becomes. And there's some neat little tips and tricks here, and it talks to you about how you can get additional resources, etc., etc. So, but I'm going to smelt this into a copper ingot, and that's what I'm going to be. Actually, not in the copper ingot. I'm going to be putting it into molten copper, and then that molten copper will become my tools. Okay, so when you put it in there, you'll see it says we'll create 200 units of copper ingot, and this may be very rudimentary, but I just want to make sure everybody understands it. If you look at the tool tip where it says pickaxe mold, 0 of 100 units of metal. So it takes 100 units of metal to make to fill a mold. Consequently, it takes the same amount to fill an ingot mold, so i.e. 100 units equals 1 ingot. And this is going to make 200 ingots. So if you don't have enough in there, or too much, you'll see the number there. So you can see that each one of these is worth 5 to get into it. So that's how we do that. Your crucibles, each metal takes a different temperature. You'll see this takes 1084, and this will only get to 700. I use the wood just to get it to temperature, is what I usually will do, and then I'll swap it out for the charcoal. So that's what we're going to do now. And hopefully that's enough charcoal. Should be. Okay. Oh, this is so excited. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour the hammer mold and we're going to pour the pickaxe mold when this gets done. So this is going to take a little bit of time. I'm probably going to just pause it while it's building up to temperature. I'm going to wait until it gets to about 700 degrees. I'll come back, show, adding the charcoal to it, and then pause and then come back. Sound good? All right. Be right back. All right, I'm back. You can see the wood is now hitting 700 degrees, and that's about to hit 700 degrees. So I'm going to swap that out. And that will allow this to go to its max of 1300 and this one to continue climbing to get us closer to that 1084. Okay, I'll be back once we start getting close. All right, we're back. Almost there. Okay, take the charcoal out. Don't want to lose any more of it. And with our bare hand, we're going to pick up the crucible, which is at 1165 degrees, and that is not a problem for us. If we can work with the fact that we can create an infinite water source with 10 milliliters of water in one spot, we can assume that is no big deal us picking up this with our bare hand. Okay, so once we have this, it will stay at a pretty good temperature for a while. You don't have to rush it, save the fact that, it's burning your hand and you're getting blisters. So let's go ahead and we're going to pour this. So to pour it in, we're going to hold the shift key, and we're going to right click on the mold, and you cannot overfill. So see at the tooltip it says you've got 100 units of liquid copper ingot in there, and if I continue to right click, I get nothing. Okay, so you can't overfill it. I'm gonna put that one over there. Awesome. I'm gonna set that down. So that is working, and that's great. I mean, this is a great spot for us to be in right now. We have last night it got down to -4. It's -1 at noon. So it's still pretty cold outside. Doesn't look like it though. Looks like shorts weather to me. Don't want to go swimming yet. But anyways, this is fantastic. We're gonna have to really start concentrating on a lot of charcoal. And a couple ways to do that. Of course, you need to have trees growing, or you need to harvest trees and move farther and farther afield to get those. Now, I don't really like to strip all the trees in an area, so I'll usually leave some trees in key locations, and then I'll plant more saplings, and you can see them there. I've got several that are planted, and I think this one actually just grew. Anyways, that's how I do it, and the reason I do it that way is so that I can harvest and still keep the area looking as untouched and unfettered as possible. Now I will alternate, so I'll plant if I've got 6 or 7 saplings, I may plant 3, and then the next day plant 3 more. And the purpose behind that being is that each day, since it takes 8 days for trees to grow, I want trees to be harvestable, each and every day, because I got to have more wood each and every day, right? Okay, so those are starting to cool down, and once they get to a certain temperature, we'll be able to grab them out of there. It says units of soft copper ingot right now at 800 degrees, so still can't pick those up yet. We've got those going, so yeah, we're in a good spot. Do a quick run out here. Yeah, we are going to be getting our harvesting going, and I had mentioned I wasn't going to probably worry too much about irrigation, but I am. I got to thinking about that, and I thought, yeah, I want that bonus. So we're going to make sure that that we have moisture within a couple blocks of each farmland spot. So I may resize this a little bit, but that's okay. Just do a quick look. Let's see, I thought there was some more crops here. We actually have a lot of flax seeds. For getting ready to plant, so that's going to be great. Yeah, there's one of the walnut saplings I planted when I cut down the walnuts that were in this area. Now, if you're in a spot and you really don't mind slash and burn techniques for clearing an area, you can, since your pit kiln can spread fires, so you can spread fires in the game as well. So if you want to just slash and burn everything, you can do that. I tend to look at each and every element of this game as being a resource. So leaf blocks become sticks, and saplings, grass blocks become food for my animals. So I try not to do the slash and burn stuff. Okay, those are still going. Let's check on this. Got one more thing that I'm going to demonstrate as soon as we can. I'm going to go ahead and eat. Not quite yet. Okay, so let's talk about something. So we just made copper, and one of the things that you can do with this game is you can mix your metals. And so I'm going to go back in here to copper, and you can see that I've got enough to make another ingot. I'm going to click on that, and then you see that the copper is an alloy for bismuth bronze, for black bronze, brass, molybdenum, and tin bronze. Tin bronze is simply tin and copper. That's usually the next step. I have been a little fortunate, and if you let me close this, open my inventory for a second, and then we'll go back in. If you take a look, you'll see in my basket here that I do have some zinc, some lead, and some bismuthnite. I always called it bismuthine, but anyways, bismuthnite. So I do have everything that I need to make bismuth bronze ingot. One bismuth bronze ingot. So we're gonna do that. So here it shows you your percentages, and you see you have a range of what you can use, and this is 10 to 20%. Now, if an ingot is 20 nuggets, 10% of that would be 2, right? So of the bismuth, I need 2. 1, 2. We look at the zinc, and you need 20 to 30%. So 20% would be 4. So I'm going to grab this zinc. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we know that it takes 20 to make a nugget, and we have 6 there. So that means we're going to need 14 of those. And that, if I move that out of the way, should be everything I need. Let's move. Oh, I got some flax there. Let's move that out of the way. Trying to make space in my inventory here. Okay. So we're gonna throw that charcoal back, the wood back in there, and we're gonna grab another crucible, and we're gonna check our math. Boom, boom, boom. 100 units of bismuth bronze. And I am going to make another pickaxe with that. Each axe that you get has a tool tier. And again, I'm going to go back in there so we can see it. So you can see that this is a tool tier of 2, and it has mining speeds of stone of 4 times and ore 4 times. So that is its its relative strength, and the durability is 300. If I were to gosh dang it. If I were to look at the axe for this, you'll see it's got 500 durability. Is a tool tier 3, and it has 5.5, 5.5. It also will allow me to harvest stones, or not stones, but certain ores that you cannot get with copper. So that's why we're going to create a second one here. So cam shuffle, heat that up, and we may need another shovel here. So I think I'm going to need some more. think I'm going to need some more coal. Oh, I had a shovel. Didn't need to make one. Oh, that's right. Between episodes, I did that because I was going to start off and go grab some more, and I did not do it. So we're going to gather up, not all of this, but we're going to gather up a pretty good chunk of it. Just to make sure I've got enough. Yeah, that should do it. And I saw the notice we've got a light temporal storm coming up, and it's probably going to hit us between episodes again. And we'll see. All right, and as we can see, that's now at 700, so I'm going to swap that out. Okay, I'm going to let this heat up. This is going to have to get up to that same temperature. You see these have lower smelting points than the copper does. So they're going to have to get back up to that 1084. So I'll come back when it does. All right, that is done. Let's get that. I would have been just fine with the coal that I had. So we're going to pour this just the exact same way. Now this is usually the when you start talking about the alloys, especially like the bronze, 10 bronze, and this is the last metal that you'll be able to work and go into this. So usually your second tier metals are the last ones that you're able to do like this with. So all right, so that is going to that's going to cool, and when it does, we'll end up with a second pickaxe. So that is really what I need to do to be able to start really progressing and moving up through the ages. So we're probably going to end this episode here. And we'll talk about what we're going to do kind of between episodes and what the next episode's going to be. But before I do that, I just want to give a shout out and a thank you to everybody who's been watching the videos, to all my subscribers. Thank you so much. If you're watching this video and you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and click on that subscribe button and notifications. I would appreciate it. It would help me out a lot. Up next, as we go through between episodes, I'm going to start gathering up some ores and some stones. Definitely going to need to refill my charcoal pit because we're going to be doing a lot of metalworking. So that's what I'm going to be working on primarily. Next episode, which will be on Wednesday. So the next episode, we're going to go into metal smithing. We're going to make a forge. We're going to cast some ingots, and we're going to use those ingots, heat it up on a forge, and then hit them with a hammer on the anvil to make more advanced metal pieces for us. And this is going to be great. If you watched me before, you know I like the saw and I like the shears right off the bat. We're going to get those done real quick because I need lots of sticks and I need to store items in a much better way. So that's what we're going to be doing on the next episode. Hey, thank you so much for being along with me on this journey. I really appreciate it. I'm having a blast. I hope you are too. And we'll see you on the next episode. Take care.